Good evening and welcome back to Prime of Midlife. It is Wednesday evening and the weather warnings are coming out here now for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Certainly for my area, we're talking Friday and Saturday. We have an amber wind warning. Seemingly the winds are going to be pretty high speed. We have a yellow warning for rain and a yellow warning for snow. So that means I need to be sorted. So what I have done, I hadn't remembered, I was sitting doing my lunch working out. Between what it's cost me so far, what it's going to cost me for the rest of the week versus if I'd gone to Greggs, because we all know I went to Greggs in the first week and got myself a sandwich because I wasn't organised. And their sandwiches are £2.75 or something, £2.60. So I budgeted at £2.65 for a Greggs sandwich. Now they do the meal deal, which is for one of their sandwiches and a drink, it's £3.75. But I drink tea, so I just get that at work. So really, it would only be a sandwich I was buying. And that would be the cheapest one, which is not overly appetising, I have to say. So working it out, what I did, but as you can see here, we've got the coleslaw, the pork pie, the lettuce, the spring onions and the tomatoes, and that's what they cost me in Aldi's when I went shopping. Obviously, spring onions I've only used half. I will only use half through the week, and I'll only use half the tomatoes, so I did that. So my salads will cost me £5.02 for the week. Now, as I say, normally that would be for 4 days, but tomorrow's going to be cold and horrible. So, remember I got that heated lunchbox. So Kathleen will have the heated lunchbox for her car if she's working tomorrow. I'm just going to take it through and microwave it. And what I have done is I have got my little tub of mince, cooked minced beef, and I'm microwave baking a potato at the moment. And then I can just reheat that tomorrow and pour the mince over it, and that's my lunch. So I thought, right, that's fine for tomorrow. And Friday, I thought, what am I going to have? And then I remembered I'd done the frozen rice. And I thought, well, I've got nothing better to do than take that out tomorrow. I've got bits of cooked chicken in the freezer. Obviously, I've got frozen spring onion that I can just throw in it, frozen peppers. Throw that all in, stir it round with some soya sauce. Stick it in the microwave when I get to work, and we're all sorted. So I worked that out cost-wise as well. Now, obviously, the mince and the chicken ups the price a bit. But my mince and potato were going for £1.45 because my potato it was actually on my Aldi thing, so it was like 80p for 4 baking potatoes, so that's 20p for the potato. And I worked out that the mince, I couldn't work out what cost it was, so I priced it as the stuff from the farm shop, because I know that was £7.35 and I got 6 lunch portions out of it. So it was like £1.25. So my mince and potato is going to cost me £1.45. And my chicken fried rice, again, it's like 20p for the rice, £1 for the chicken, 50p for the veggies and stuff that I'm throwing in it. So that's £1.70. So £5.02 for the salad for the week, 3 to 4 days, £1.45 for mince and potato, and £1.70 for chicken fried rice. So that makes it £8.17 for the week for my lunches. Now, if I'd got the £2.65 for the 5 days, that would have cost me £13.25. So that's a saving of £5.08 to get proper meals made at home. I know. I should have been doing this for years, but I haven't been. So we just accept that I haven't been, and that I'm quite pleased with myself that I've done this now. This is almost my second week of being very organised. This will be the first week that I have done every single lunch by myself rather than buying anything in for it. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. That is quite a positive note for me, I think. As I say, I'm pretty pleased with that for the way it's worked out. The way that we're managing to, we've got the stuff in the freezer. As I say, somebody had mentioned in the comments about the pork pie saying, as you get organised, you can put ham and chicken. Yeah, they were actually already in the freezer. But I got the pork pies for emergencies and then just used them to use them. So today we had home roast ham, which had been sliced and put in the freezer in little tubs like the one I showed you with the mince. And so that just got thrown on top of my lettuce and my coleslaw, and off we jolly well trotted. That was us. We were sorted. So that's the lunches sorted. What we're also going to sort, just because the weather is this amber alert for wind. Actually, I think Kathleen's off tomorrow, so her job tomorrow will be to check the garden, so that there's nothing that can go flying out of the garden, bring the bins in from the street so that they're in the fenced in bit of the garden, basically so that we don't damage anybody's cars, including our own, with low-flying bins. Make sure that there's nothing that the dog's been at, because she likes to chew the bits of wood and stuff. Make sure there's nothing that's going to lift and get thrown at someone as they're passing. So that's going to get done. Need to go and look at my scarf again. I know where my big coat is, so that's good. I've got my gloves. So yeah, just watching for that. I haven't got the travel basket in the back of the car yet, because it's been quite good weather since I started, but we're going to put that back in, and that's basically your blankets, your water, your chocolate, your crisps, the battery charger thing, the torch, the breaky thing is in the car already. My dad got me that when I was young. The thing to break the windows and to cut your seatbelt that's got a torch on it. I changed the batteries in that when I got this car. So yeah, we're pretty much sorted for the weather coming. I think it's supposed to be up to 80-mile-an-hour winds. So hopefully I'll be able to get to work quite easily. I'm just thinking in my brain, there's a couple of bits where I travel that are really bad for crosswinds. I might actually take the back roads. Crosswinds or possibility of fallen trees. We'll see. See what I'll check the local reports before I go. As I say, tomorrow should be all right. Friday is probably going to be a tad more problematic. But yeah, that's where we're going. So looking at this with what I've done with the lunches, it's like if I can budget that, basically what I'm doing is my brain's going, I need to budget, I need to find out how much I get paid, I need to get whatever, blah, blah, blah. Because of course you can put money in the calculator, but it depends on whether you're in Scotland or England and tax and stuff and things. So when I get my first wage, which will not be till the end of the month, I want to have plans. I want to know what I'm shopping for. I want to know what I want to use for lunches. I want to know what works, so that then it's just a smooth transition into, right, now we're budgeting for this, and that can go there, and that can go there, and that can go there. And there was also a comment just while I'm there about, don't you have any savings? What happens if the dog gets ill? Yes, I do have savings. Savings are absolutely for emergencies, not for the fact that I thought I would take an extra couple of weeks not working in between jobs. That's not what it's for. Emergency savings are for emergencies, like the cat needs an emergency, or the dog needs an emergency, or Kathleen and I needs an emergency. Not for something where just tighten your belt, Karen, and you'll manage because you've got plenty to get through this. So yes, there is a backup plan for proper emergencies. But the 6 weeks off was not a proper emergency. That was my choice. So that was where that was coming. But I know that some of you are sort of like, so what happens with the dog then? Nothing. Dog will get sorted. We're all good for emergencies. As I say, it was my choice that this was not an emergency. This was get yourself sorted. If you want time off, then you have to budget for it. And that's what we did, and that's why I was so pleased with it. So there you go. That's me for today. I am now going to go and make myself a cup of tea, sit back and enjoy the wood burner because we've got extra wood, obviously, because of the bad weather. So I will go now and I will catch you later.